Hello and welcome. I hope you all can hear me this time. If you can, please let me know. I see that my monitor is rocking and rolling, so hopefully that means you can hear me as well. Hi, welcome to Reading the Podcast News or Reading the Pod News. I'm your host, Christine O'Donnell. I'm an Emmy-nominated TV journalist and podcast coach. I have a podcast called Podcast Coaching with Christine, and I interview experts in the podcasting industry about how to grow your show, how you can be a successful podcaster, also while staying positive in the podcast because the process because the pod fade can be real. All right, so I'm going to dive into what the podcast news is right now. Thank you for joining, and let's rock and roll. And for those of you who are listening before, I got a little baby in here with me, so she might make some cameos. Okay, she's gonna make a real cameo right now. Can we take the pen out of your mouth? Okay, yay for live podcast news. All right, so podcasting, a $1 billion market industry this year. You know, honey, I don't really want you to eat a pen. How about the butt of a marker? How about that? Okay. That's a big headline. AIB has published its annual report predicting that in 2021, U.S. podcasting will be a $1 billion market. The organization had $33.2 million in revenue in 2020. 6.4 of that was from their tech lab, who work specifically in podcast measurement standards. So podcasting is standardizing. Like a lot of things are changing among the different platforms, including on Apple Podcasts, so that people can stay up to date with what is going on. Like everybody understands podcasting like the same way as best as possible. There's still about 40%. There's still about 40% of Americans who don't listen to podcasts or even know what they are. So there's huge room for growth. All right, next up. iVox, capital V OOX, the Spanish language podcast platform, now has 165 exclusive. Jonathan, thank you for joining. Oh my word, worried. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, I wish you the best. I see some people are tuning in, so I wish you the best, Jonathan. Hi, Pant. Hello to everyone. Okay. All right. Some publishers have seen audience growth up to 1,000%, the company says, and the platform has registered unstoppable growth. That's in quotations, according to their press release. I'm going to open that up because I want to read that later. Warner Media's Rooster Teeth is profiled in Ventura Beat. It's a new podcast network. If you want to learn more, I guess you can check out Venture Beat. Podeo, a podcast platform based in Beirut, Lebanon, has completed a funding round. The amount was not disclosed. The company makes podcasts that have its own app and that aggregates English and Arabic shows. In Adelaide, Australia, Podfiesta Summit has been announced for May 10th. 23 speakers have been announced, including our editor. So that's James Cridlin. He is the editor of Podcast News. I've actually interviewed him on Podcast Coaching with Christine if you want to check out that episode. All right. Joe Rogan has been accused of saying something transphobic again. Not going to read more about that. Not surprised. Religion podcasts have the most episodes per series, points out Art19's data director. And Sounds Profitable newsletter this week is talking about podcast ad tech. All right, ad tech, super important. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out with me today. I know we had some issues getting this rocking and rolling the first round, but hey, second time's a charm. I will be back tomorrow with more podcast news. If you would like to reach me, feel free to reach out on my website, Christine-O'Donnell.com. There is a contact page there, and you can send me an email with anything you would like, specifically if it has to do with podcasting or how people are using their voice to make a difference in the world. I feature those inspirational stories in my podcast, Podcast Coaching with Christine, which is also right here on YouTube. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I will see you soon. Want to say bye bye, Ava? Okay, she's got all sorts of stuff in her mouth. All right, have a good day.